Well, our top focus story continues to remain the protests that continue to rage across medical colleges across the country, with resident doctors now up in arms after a resident doctor was in fact brutally, allegedly raped and murdered at Kolkata's RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. This, of course, has affected services not just in this hospital for a third consecutive day, but now resident doctors have demanded the suspension of all all elective and non-emergency services across Maharashtra, and similar reports coming in from the national capital as well. Hospitals in other parts of the country, other districts of West Bengal have joined in protests as well as with doctors across the country in a certain sense. Government doctors have said that OPDs will be suspended. All non-emergency services, all elective procedures will lie in abeyance until and unless the doctors' demands are met. Doctors essentially are demanding a central agency probe into the matter. Doctors at the moment are also demanding that there should be the Central Protection Act that needs to be brought into place in order to ensure that no other doctor is met with this plight. So, of course, while there are protests that have erupted in Bengal, there are protests that have erupted across the country as well. Meanwhile, I also want to apprise our viewers of just how shocking this entire case has been. Chilling details continue to emerge. It's a story that has once again really shaken the conscience of the entire nation. The body of a 31-year-old doctor raped and murdered on duty at the RG Kar Medical Hospital in Kolkata. She reportedly had multiple injury marks, which all point to a violent assault. She was bleeding from both her eyes. She was bleeding from her mouth. There were injuries over her face, nails, private parts. The victim, remember, was a postgraduate trainee of chest medicine and was on night duty when the incident took place. Her body was found on Friday morning at the seminar hall of the hospital. One person has been arrested in connection with this crime. The opposition has targeted the Mamata Banerjee government over the incident at the state-run hospital. The Trinamool Congress has responded saying they will leave no stone unturned in order to ensure strict punishment to the perpetrators, and of course said that it is open to central agencies investigating this. But like I said, this is one of those cases that has really spiraled and has had a domino effect in a certain sense, with protests that are taking place not just in West Bengal but also in different parts of the country. Joining me on the broadcast, we have Anuj, who's reporting from Mumbai at the moment, and Saurabh, of course, who's reporting from the hospital in Kolkata. Thank you both very much for joining us. Saurabh, I want to begin by asking you first. This is an absolutely shocking case, and some of the details of the chilling murder that you have, brought to the fore have once again shaken the conscience of the entire country. Give us a sense of what is happening, A, as far as the investigation is concerned, and B, what are the scenes at the hospital where this incident has taken place?
Well, let me take that one by one. Firstly, the investigation. Where is the investigation? The accused has been arrested. The police have multiple pieces of evidences. Amongst them, what we know is that a Bluetooth headset that was recovered, that has been connected to the accused. The second thing, of course, is also, there is been CCTV footage around the area where the accused was seen, again, establishing his presence around the scene of crime. Thirdly, the accused washed his clothes to destroy evidence, but the police have found blood marks on his shoes, again, a crucial piece of evidence. What is the, investigation? How is the investigation proceeding? Well, the police are tying up all angles to produce a foolproof case, is what they say. They say that they have, also the list of injuries that this young medical student suffered. If you see that list of injuries which we reported yesterday, that is quite shocking. The kind of severe injuries that were inflicted on her, clearly shows that not much has changed perhaps since 2012 in this country. But obviously this is a shocking case where this accused had access to this building. On the third floor of this building is the seminar room where this young professional and also a postgraduate student was studying at night, and she should have been secure here. but she was brutally raped, sexual assault, of course, and murder. Now, of course, students and, of course, at the RG Kar Medical College and junior doctors have, ceased work. The emergency is functioning in a skeletal manner, and also what we happened is that there is the protests that are taking place. What is also happening is that the non-elective and non-essential medical, procedures aren't really taking place with these protests that you can see that are taking place at the hospital. Now, there are a lot of young women who are part of these protests as they happen across the country, but also at RG Kar College, Medical College and Hospital. The principal of the Medical College and Hospital has resigned. He said that above all, before his position, he's a guardian. He's the guardian of that young student as well. So he has resigned, and of course, he has said so. The superintendent has been removed. Also, what we know is that, there is a relook at how the premises can be secured. What the state government is saying is that they're looking at handing over extra land, or at least the land belonging to the Belgachia tram depot, to the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital to improve facilities. Now, the basic problem lies with the state of public health care, where there is too much pressure on very little space and very, few doctors. And these junior doctors really have a punishing schedule. They work late into the night, come in early in the morning. This student was also catching up on her studies. But let me get in a word from some of those who are protesting here and hear what they have to say. Why this protest? क्यों ये protest आज आरोपी को गिरफ्तार किया गया है और सरकार कह रही है कि देखिए जो करना है वह उसको कड़ी सजा देने के लिए करेंगे। तो आज ये प्रोटेस्ट आप लोग क्यों कर रहे हैं?
हम लोग सेफ्टी डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि हम लोगों का वर्क प्लेस में जो भी सेफ्टी इशू है कि कोई भी आके हम पर हाथ उठा देते हैं, तो हम लोग ये सेफ्टी डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि आज उनके साथ हुआ है, कल हम लोगों के साथ भी हो सकता है। तो हम लोग सेफ्टी डिमांड कर रहे हैं और जो लोग असली कल्प्रिट है उन्हें पकड़े।
सुरक्षा की डिमांड है बिल्कुल। And that is the overarching sentiment and overarching demand from all these people who are protesting here, all these medical students and nursing students who are protesting here. What they're demanding is security at the workplace, which is a very basic demand. Hardly anything out of the way. A very basic demand that should have been in place, not being considered after an incident like this. But yes, the demand is very basic, is what these students are demanding, which is safety and security at the workplace.
Absolutely, and this is a complicated and a complex issue because, of course, the motive behind this incident, the motive behind this gruesome rape and murder is still unclear. We don't know, if the accused was in any way, if this was in any way premeditated, or whether this was just, one of those cases of a woman vulnerable because of her workplace environment or because of unforgiving working hours and schedule, like you're saying. But Tanish Punjabi joining us from Lucknow, Tanushka Datta joining us from New Delhi. Anuj, I'm going to come back to you in just a moment because I can see, at least behind Tanushka, there are some very dramatic protests that are taking place at the moment as well. So Tanushka, this is one of those stories that has resonated with doctors across the country. It's resonated with women across the country. It's really shaken the conscience in a certain sense of the country once again. But put the focus squarely back on the safety of our doctors. Give us a sense of where you are and what is happening there.
Resident doctors are protesting right now against the issue that erupted in Kolkata. Let us see if we can get talking to one of them. Ab hame batao, we understand that you're asking for CBI inquiry and justice, but what apart from this, as a woman doctor yourself, are your demands?
2 to 3 days back, I had night duty and this had already happened. So usually I was feeling very safe at night duties, but at that day I didn't rest in my duty room because I was feeling unsafe. And I was feeling unsafe while going from one ward to another during the night. So if I am unsafe in my own hospital, which is a second home for a doctor, if I am unsafe in a metro city like Kolkata, in a duty doctor room, so what kind of security is this, and where have we reached as a society? So the society has gone to its lowest, and a doctor, a female, a human has been raped and has been murdered. So we are not going to stop. We are not going to allow Nirbhaya Part 3 because it's already Nirbhaya Part 2.
There are some pertinent questions raised here by one of the resident doctors here. Let us see if we can get talking to more doctors here. Hi ma'am, if you could tell, all right. So, doctor, आप हमें बताएं, you're asking for a CBI inquiry here and for justice as well. But इसके अलावा और क्या मांगे है आपकी?
हमारी मांग 3 है। फर्स्ट तो वहाँ का जितना भी मेडिकल कॉलेज का स्टाफ है उस सबको रेस्ट्रिकेट किया जाए, परमानेंटली उनको हटाया जाए, पहला डिमांड। सेकंड डिमांड है कि सेंट्रल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 2022 उसको लागू किया जाए। थर्ड डिमांड है कि हम लोगों को जल्द से जल्द फास्ट ट्रैक बना के न्याय मिले। ये 3 डिमांड है और जब तक ये तीनों चीज़ पूरी नहीं होंगी हम लोग स्ट्राइक कंटिन्यू करेंगे।
Right. So these are some things we are understanding from the doctors here. You also tell us how does this, put into play here with respect to the security of doctors. You guys are here saving other people's lives. What about the safety of you guys? And this happened in Kolkata. In Delhi, how do you put this into the purview?
Previously, like last month only, we had a firing in the GTB hospital. It was the open fire and the patient was shot dead in front of all the hospital nurses, doctors itself, right? Here also, RML also is facing the same issue. Initially, we used to have bouncers here for our security. Now we don't even have proper guard system over here. There are around 5 to 7 MLC cases happening against the doctors, against the patients, everything. Every month, 5 to 7. So if our safety is into consideration, we can't provide proper care, right? Like our parents are staying far away from us. For girls, especially for girls, right? So they are also worried. We are put on 36 hours duty without a proper security, without proper room in fact. We have to look for rooms here and there. So that is, I think our needs are pretty basic. We want security along with we are supporting for the thing which has happened.
Thank you so much. So these are the resident doctors who are raising pertinent questions about the safety and security as the basic needs that one has, not just in a hospital area but anywhere for that matter. These are women doctors, young doctors who are working the night shifts. And how is it that a man walks in at such hours unchecked and is called and is not called upon or stopped by either? Hello, आप हमें अपना नाम बताएं?
Dr. Yash Dikshit.
Right. And in this protest, we understand, of course, about this heinous crime that has happened, but we know that, you're asking for a CBI inquiry and for justice, but in RML or in Delhi hospitals as well, what is the security scenario here?
Ma'am, I am telling you, we have faced this issue many times. It is that the first time it is coming into the light. We, as residents here, we are doing duties for 24 hours, 36 hours. At night time especially, we have no security guards. We have no security personnel, and we have been thrashed by attendants of the patients themselves, and we have faced a lot of issues. And we have put forth many of our demands, many a times in a course of, I guess, 1 or 2 years for which I am here. But we have not got any response from the officials, from the authorities. And this is a wake-up call for all of us. So that is why we are here. We are putting forth our demands, and we want that Central Protection Act, this is the first demand for ours, it should be enforced as soon as possible. And I guess everyone is relating to us, all the doctor fraternity and everyone, general public also will be relating to us that it is a high time we make our voices clear.
Thank you for that. So that's what we're understanding from the resident doctors here is that they're asking for a Central Protection Act as well and the central laws to come into play as well with respect to this murder and alleged rape of this resident doctor that had taken place in Kolkata.
All right. Well, doctors, they're, highlighting problems across hospitals. This is not a Kolkata story alone. You just heard the doctor from Delhi. They're articulating how they do work unforgiving shifts and they do work at odd hours. And, especially in the night time, the security systems aren't as robust. They don't have the kind of security systems in place. Neither do they have that kind of surveillance in place. So this is a story that has happened in Kolkata but really resonated with doctors across the country. Let's go right across to Tanish Punjabi, who's joining us from Lucknow at the moment. Tanish, are doctors in Lucknow saying similar things? What's happening there? Break it down for us.
Well, Rishika, I'm sorry I was unable to hear your question. There is some audio distortion. But again, I would like to tell you I am at KGMU, Lucknow. This is one of the most prominent medical colleges, and similar demands from the residents, doctors here. They are holding a protest march. I would like to show it to you. The protest march that has just started. And of course, the slogans demanding justice in what happened, the horrific crime that happened in Kolkata. So basically, three main demands: swift justice, immediate CBI investigation of the matter, and prosecution of those responsible of the crime. Apart from that, the second main concern is, of course, the enhanced security and implementation of robust security measures in all the medical institutions across India. So, of course, these are the doctors holding protest. We'd like to speak with some of them over here. आप लोग की मेन डिमांड क्या है, क्या कारण हुआ कि आज सारे डॉक्टर्स को प्रोटेस्ट पर उतरना पड़ा इसके हादसे के बाद?
We just want safety and security that we can serve our patients. और जो आरजीकर में हुआ है, we want a fast track court and proper justice without any political and administrative bias. यही चाहिए बस.
One of the main issues that is being raised is कि female security की बात आ रही है ना? यहाँ पे जो female doctors जो रात को भी यहाँ पे रुकती है, उनको लेकर आपको क्या कहना है?
There are no securities, especially tertiary care center like this. We are not getting any securities. Think of what will happen to those doctors who are working at primary care centers and community care health centers. It is like a point to think about, ponder about. Otherwise, this is not, unless and until we get the
Doctor
justice.
is not safe on duty, then nobody is safe in their own home.
So of course, these are the doctors that I would again like to show you. They are holding placards: no mercy for rapists, no safety, no duty, and they are holding protest. But what has actually come? Why the doctors had to actually come out for the safety? Because it extends beyond what the horrific accident, what the horrific crime took place in Kolkata. When I was speaking to doctors here, time and again, the doctors were saying whenever something happens, the patients blame the doctor, and a lot of time we have seen, people beating up doctors inside the hospitals if something unfortunate happens with the patient. So, it extends beyond that as well.
हमारी ये मांग है कि कलकत्ता के आरजी कर मेडिकल कॉलेज में जो महिला चिकित्सक की जिस तरीके से उसकी हत्या की गई है, उसके साथ दुर्व्यवहार किया गया है, उसकी निष्पक्ष सीबीआई से जांच होनी चाहिए और दोषियों को फांसी की सजा से कम कुछ भी नहीं हम लोगों को चाहिए, और साथ ही साथ उसके परिवार को कंपेंसेशन भी देना चाहिए। और हम लोगों की सुरक्षा, चिकित्सक की सुरक्षा, शासन प्रशासन का ये कर्तव्य है कि हम लोग को सुरक्षा अपने कार्य क्षेत्र परिसर पर सुरक्षा प्रोवाइड की जाए, और इसके लिए हम सभी की शासन प्रशासन से ये मांग है कि हम लोग की सुरक्षा हर जगह सीसीटीवी कैमरे लगाएं और सुरक्षा को सुनिश्चित करें।
So of course, the three demands across nation of all the doctors in Uttar Pradesh, a call has been today. There will be also candlelight march that will be held at 7 p.m. here in KGMU, Lucknow. Yes.
All right, and while there has been a lot of controversy over the law to prohibit violence against doctors and healthcare professionals, this has been a long-standing demand of several healthcare professionals. The Indian Medical Association has been at the forefront of several of these of these agitations in the past as well. But the centre has, in its wisdom, decided that there is no need for a separate law just yet. Anuj, we're given to understand that government doctors across Maharashtra have called for a suspension of all non-emergency and elective procedures today as well. What is the situation there on the ground? And, while, of course, Anuj, we continue to report in this story from the angle of the doctors who are, demanding justice, who are out in protest, how is this actually impacting healthcare services?
We visited all or most of the major hospitals here in Mumbai, be it the JJ Hospital in the morning or the Nair Hospital here. We are outside the Nair Hospital, as you can see, and they've confirmed that they will be discontinuing the non-emergency services tomorrow, and today evening we'll see a candle march taking place in the evening as a sort of a tribute and as a sort of a protest to what is happening in Kolkata. And as we've been reiterating it time and again, this incident has surely exceeded it well out of the range of just being a Kolkata issue and has become pretty much a pan-India issue if you look at it, because when we talked to the doctors in the morning from the JJ hospital, they said that this is not just about one particular angle, but they are kind of taking this opportunity to make sure that a general awareness is spread across the country about the situation of doctors. We've been seeing that the situation of the NEET students already got a lot of doctors' problems into the limelight, but there are several other issues and the impacts of the vulnerability of the doctor that the students and the young doctors had been putting their focus on. We saw that they stated time and again that being a doctor is itself a very vulnerable position, because the patients on most of the occasions are emotional, and hence the treatment meted out to doctor is not necessarily civil on most of the occasions, but that is excused. So there needs, according to them, there needs to be an increased sense of general awareness about the rights of doctors, about the fact that there exists a separate laws when it comes to doctors, and they also want the strengthening in the current laws. Now, as we've been saying it is not just about the current issue, but the demand here is for more stringent laws when it comes to working healthcare professionals and about their safety as well, because this issue, of course, has kind of gotten or made to the top of the news since last couple of days, but there have been several such similar incidents which have been taking place, especially here in Maharashtra in the last 2 or 3 years, and we are seeing that many of these hospitals are protesting and have been trying to bring this issue out into limelight so that a greater amount of mass talks about it. But now they are trying to capitalize on this trigger which has definitely been provided by the Kolkata case, and trying to make sure that there is a lot more awareness about the rights of the doctors, and are also pushing for special laws when it comes to the safety of doctors.
All right, I want to quickly get in an update from Tanushka as well, because Tanushka, like we've been seeing, the doctors who are protesting across government hospitals, even in the national capital, calling for a suspension of all elective procedures and non-emergency services. How are people being impacted? Are you also seeing and meeting with people who are at the hospital who are perhaps, now waiting in long queues, or how are OPD services hit? What more can you tell our viewers about how the general people going into hospitals are being impacted today because of the protest?
Well, as per RML Hospital administration, no functionings, no major functionings of the hospital has been stopped or halted. Only elective services will be going on strike. This is what has been decided by the Delhi Resident Doctors Association as well as the Federation of Doctors as well. So at RML Hospital as well, the OT and the major emergency operations will be in full swing. The operations and the patients who need to be treated on an emergency basis will be taken in on a priority basis. Other than this, no other services are being halted at the moment. This wing where I am standing currently, where the resident doctors are protesting, is the college building of RML. This is also near the hostel. The wing where patients are admitted and where patients can go for the treatment is at an adjacent building of the RML hospital, wherein functioning is still under process. However, a lot of resident doctors have come around and gathered here for the cause, for the heinous crime that happened in Kolkata. Let us see if we can get talking to one of the doctors here. If you could please tell us your name.
Suprita.
Alright, and with respect to this incident, what are your major demands here? We know you're asking for justice and a CBI inquiry, but how does this put into tandem you being a young woman doctor as well?
We want, first of all, we want कि पहले तो investigation हो अच्छे से. Second कि ये ऐसे cases frequently आते रहते हैं, तो we should provide Central Protection Act to doctors. और
how old are you?
क्या?
How old are you?
I am 20 years old.
Right, so as a 20-year-old yourself, you're a young resident doctor right now. आपको कैसा feel हो रहा है with this crime?
This is not against a single doctor. This is questioning the entire doctor fraternity, their safety, security, and we should be had more such protests to ensure कि future में दोबारा repeat ना हो.
So you also tell us, you have a placard that says "Protect those who protect us." How do you, explain or feel yourself with this? What are your feelings as a young doctor?
Firstly, listening to all the statements that authority is giving in the hospital there, it's really heart-wrenching. They're saying what the girl was doing at night at 2 a.m. They have no thought of security, of CCTV. They can't even think about the security. They are questioning what the girl was doing. It's really heart-wrenching thinking about that.
Have you yourself worked any night shifts at hospitals here?
I'm still a second-year UG student, but thinking of the future that I am going to be in, like I myself will be doing night shifts. It's really heartbreaking or scary at this point that there's no security even in a hospital, at a workplace. It's really heartbreaking.
These are the voices that we're garnering from RML right now. These are young doctors who are still preparing, who are still studying for their qualifications to become a doctor at this point, and these are very young women who are raising such concerns about their safety, while this of course has resulted in major outrage and solidarity and spilled out of Kolkata as well onto nationwide. The Indian Medical Association has also stepped in with a very strong statement that says that this sort of a crime speaks of anarchy and insecurity within the system. So this is what the condition is right now of those doctors who are responsible for saving lives.